It's the Digital Board Gamer here with our week in review for October 20th through the 24th. Got a few updates, 7 betas and 2 full games. Let's get going. If you're a fan of Welcome to the Moon, the final adventure is now released, and you can actually do a random feature that includes every adventure minus the first one. I think it's really cool that everything did finally get a release, and we have a full game to play. For our beta games, first we have Monster Smash. This is a player elimination card game. In the game, you're going to be having cards in your hand. Everyone's going to be a certain type of monsters. You can see this player here is the dragon, and you're going to have cards in your hand. You have to play one of your cards with another card to do attacks or blocks or whatever. So it becomes you're going to have to hold your dragon cards if I'm the dragon, and then I play them like with the werewolf card. So I could play like this 3 and this 2 together and do an attack on my opponent, and then like this character's the mummy, so they're going to have mummy cards to defend it. So it's just a quick player elimination game like that. Once you run out of cards, you're out. Games go pretty quick, especially 2-player games. Then we have Memory, which I think is a little bit of a joke. It actually says it's written by AI and artist by AI, but it is exactly what you expect. It's Memory. And then we have 420, a pretty simple dice game. In this game, you're going to be rolling 4 dice, trying to get exactly 20. You can see there's some special restrictions of when you can roll so many dice and whatnot, but overall, you're just trying to get to 20 total. Then we had Tag Team. Tag Team is a 2-player only deck building game. This could also be described as an auto battler, because what you're going to be doing is basically building your decks, and then you hit next, and then you're going to see what happens in the battle. Your characters will be attacking each other, defending attacks. Every character has some special abilities, and every character plays quite different. There are a couple ways of like drafting a deck together, which was kind of cool. All right, so now you can see this round 3 is over. We're going to resolve the rest of the effects, and then we go next turn, and now we can add new cards to the deck. So I'm going to grab one card, I'm going to add it to my deck, and then you can see I can add it to a place. Your deck is always going to stay in the same order. You might just add cards between certain cards. So this one's probably better a little bit real time, because you can remember like, okay, the 3rd card was a battle card, I need to block it or whatnot. But overall, it's quite an enjoyable little game. I know this one's at Essen, and a lot of people are talking about it. Then we had Asteria. Asteria is a 4X card game. Now this is the only game I didn't get to play in all the betas. This is a 2-player only game. But I'll pull up BGA. This is a relatively new game, not a whole lot of information, but looks like a card version of many of the 4X style strategy games. So if you're a fan of that, or you like 2-player games, check that one out. Then we had Malabares, a 2 to 4-player trick-taking game. Also has a bit of drafting in there. So in this game, you're going to be trying to juggle. You're going to be throwing cards in the air. Every player will have a hand of cards, and basically when one player runs out of a hand, or I think in a 3-player game, it's 1 card left, and then if you play a 2-player version, it's 2 cards left, or something close to that. But you basically are playing cards from your hand here. Cool part is like in your hand, they'll all start with the -1, and basically it's going to hurt you if this stays in your hand at a -1. So you're going to want to throw these cards out. So here's a little example how this works. The highest card here gets to pick. They choose the 9. Then the second highest will get to pick what they want is the 4, because there's only 2 cards out there. Then the player who did not get a card gets the highest of the ones just thrown in the air, and the other 2 go up for the next round. So the player here with the lowest card did not catch one. Therefore, they dropped one, or one fell, and it goes in front of them in the ground, and they would score points here at the end of the round for that. At the end of the round, you'll score points for cards on the ground in front of you or in your hand. So if you're a fan of a little bit of trick-taking, this one's kind of interesting. I'd check it out for sure. And lastly, another Essen game, we have Map Masters. Map Master is a tile placement little game where you're going to write on cards. Now, this one does say it has a co-op and a versus mode physically, but here we just have the versus mode so far. I don't know if that's going to change, but you'll be adding more cards to your deck. You can gain some special abilities, but basically you're going to be taking 5 cards and creating a little pathway. You're going to have goals, like in this one, you want to get to unlock padlocks, and you're basically going to be entering part of the dungeon, going through rooms, unlocking padlocks if you have keys, fighting monsters if you have swords, and whatnot. You can't backtrack to a room, so you have to create straight lines. But like I said, there are some special ways with magic to get around, some portals and whatnot. So overall, this one's quite a bit of fun. It's pretty simple, but I like the little puzzle you have to do with these cards, getting goals. There's a second goal that comes out after you have gone through your map. So sometimes that'll really help you or sometimes not help you at all. And lastly, our full releases. First, we had Imperial Settlers. Imperial Settlers is a very popular engine building card game. So in this game, you basically have 3 different areas. You have production, you have features, which are like more bonuses, or things that'll happen or trigger, and then finally actions. These are things you can make happen. And basically, you're going to build up a lot of production. Then you're going to try to get to some cards like this guy here, where you're going to be spending some of the production to get more resources or more likely points. Every building here is worth points on the right-hand side, but you can see like here, every time you build a pink building, you score a money or a gold and a point. And over 5 rounds, you're just trying to score the most points. There's some interaction. You can destroy people's buildings. You can actually destroy them out of your hand as well. Overall, it's quite a bit of fun. This is a pretty classic game. This is one that I own physically and do enjoy a bit. And then lastly, a real-time only game, Ubongo. Ubongo is a very simple puzzle game. You're going to be moving puzzle pieces around, trying to form this little puzzle with your 2 or 3 pieces that you get. You have 60 seconds. If both players can't get it done in 60 seconds, you get another 60 seconds. And then there's some gems that you'll be drawing if you're first, second, and then if you're playing 3 or 4 player, there's also gems that you get for getting third and fourth. And then basically each gems are worth different points, 4, 3, 2, 1 down the line. And then whoever has the most points wins. The app system here is a little clanky in my opinion. A lot of people are complaining, like, I don't think I would definitely try to play this on the phone. This is definitely more of a PC or mouse kind of game because it's so clanky to moving pieces around. But if you like puzzle games, some visual things, for me, I either get the puzzle right away or I don't get it at all for sure. For my pick of the week, I'm going to pick Map Masters. This is quite a bit of fun little game. It'll be quite interesting to see if we ever get the co-op version or if we'll just be stuck with the versus version. But many games work fine turn-based and in real time, but I actually think this one works better turn-based because I have as long as I want or a lot longer to sit there and think about where I want to put my pieces. If I was playing this real time, that timer is definitely going to be ticking down, and I have to try to find the best position I can within the 2 or 3 minutes I have. It's a little bit longer, 57 minutes, and I think that's just because it gives you quite a bit of time to move things around because there's not too many rounds in this game. But definitely, if you like tile placement style games, I think you might enjoy this little one. Well, I've been the Digital Board Gamer. As always, good luck and have fun.